So this is the Wingman alcohol-free session IPA, and there's not really much of a blurb to it.
The alcohol-free session IPA makes you think it's an Indian Pale Ale. It's going to be a drink for drinking in volume, therefore it's going to be as weak as dishwater. Now that's my perception of it.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with IPA. That'll do nicely. That's quite nice. I quite like that. Quite nice and frothy. A bit like the old Cresta drink. It's frothy, man.
Yeah. That's not bad. Yeah, it's a good start.
Well, like I said, it's got a lovely head. So the it's quite a bright light, very light white colour. It's not really much.
Well, it does feel quite beery.
It's quite IPA. I think it's not as strong as the Lucky Saint, which I think had a lot stronger sort of smell straight away. Yeah, it's very strong. This one's a lot less.
But if I was going for a session drinking beer, would I go for that? No, I wouldn't.
It's very light, super light. I think it's too light. It's almost
It's as weak as dishwater.
Yeah, it's just above a cordial.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, it's probably a good thing, so I don't normally drink that.
But that would be too gassy for me to drink in any volume. I mean, you noticed I was on shorts last night.
Yeah.
You know, because I can't drink the volume and I can't cope with all the gas.
Yes.
So I'll have 1 pint. Very rarely will I have more than 1 pint.
Yeah.
And very rarely will I have more than 1 drink.
Yeah. Although you've done pretty well yesterday.
Oh yeah,
but,
we were kidnapped, weren't we? It was under pressure.
Yeah.
So when you're in that situation, you don't tend to go for that. The gas is what kills for me. So I wouldn't drink that as a session drink, but it's perfectly pleasant for a sunny afternoon.
But I've got to say, I think out of all of them so far, that's actually got that's got the gas element right of a beer.
Yes.
It's not even for an IPA. I think IPA shouldn't have any gas. It's more
For a lager.
For lager.
Yeah.
I think it's got the gas content right for lager, and I don't think it's got the flavouring right. I think it's got the colour is light in the first place, but the head was right. They've got the gas elements right. They've got the smell right, but it's the.
I think that's a good one for bringing people into that type of beer.
Yes.
Because I that's where I am. You know, I don't normally drink that, but I actually enjoy this. I could do that. I like that.
So if you were to go out to the pub, what was your normal drink be?
I'm normally basic Carlsberg, stroke cider. I want to try more, but it's a lot to, you know, I don't want to get a pint and then think, I feel like you have to drink it. So
before the festival, I mean, last time we went to the pub, what did you order?
That was a Kronenberg, actually. Yeah. So
we've been buying the cheap stuff here, haven't we?
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And Graham, what about you? Was that when last time we went into a pub? What did you get?
It was Guinness.
Okay.
Guinness Zero, actually.
Right.
That's happened the last 3 times I've been in a pub.
And
I don't go into pubs very often. I went to try the Guinness Zero the first time. I wasn't driving, and it was there, and I said, "Oh, I'll try that then, see what it's like." And then I had the entire pint and was quite happy with that. Second time, the one I went to, I chose that because I was driving, and it was either that or Coca-Cola or something like that. And I went, no, I'm going to have that by choice. And I enjoyed it. And I say the third time it does. Normally though, if I was in a pub, what would I buy? I would buy normally alcohol, Guinness.
Yeah.
Or I will buy a bitter.
Right.
Preferably a real ale, which is less gassy.
Yeah.
But I don't like gas drinks.
Okay.
My favourite beer is London Pride. I'm quite.
well, I think for this one, I'm actually going to put it just towards the Asahi. I think it's not as bad as those, but I don't think it's particularly brilliant. I mean, what were you thinking? I was thinking somewhere around.
It's still up there for me. I don't mind it. Yeah.
Graham,
But only because I don't normally drink a lot of that sort of thing. So
It would be in this area for me. It's quite similar to that.
yeah.
I think it's weaker than that.
Yeah,
I think that was more citrusy, and this is not citrusy, but
it's the same sort of drink. It's just not as strong.
But I think it's lighter as well.
Yeah. But it does feel like it's a bit weak as dishwater.
But if you're going out and well, it's a hot day. You come to the pub, or you come to some place. Would your preference normally? What would your normal preference be? What sort of thing would you?
For me, it would still be a real ale.
Real ale.
Yeah.
What is it then about real ale that's?
So it's the lack of fizz. That's plenty. It's the lack of fizz. It's the alcohol. I call it chewiness. It's got body. It's got substance to it.
And this one is the Brewdog alcohol-free hazy AF. Well, we won't say the AF stands for. We'll leave it at that. It's called Hazy Jane, 0.5%. So this is not alcohol-free, but it's still saying it's 0.5%. So
what's their strapline for it? Round the what's that?
United we stand for a better beer, fiercely defiant and independent.
Right. Okay.
This is a New England IPA.
This is meant to imitate an American or Canadian.
Yeah, so it's not much.
Orange.
It's not much of a head on it.
Yeah.
It is quite bright, isn't it?
It's obviously celebrating the era of Trump. It's orange.
Cool. Actually, want to show them on the camera?
There we go.
It is actually, one sec, genuinely orange.
Orange, yes.
Okay. I think for me, having the grey cup's probably not the best way to sort of show it, but
Yeah.
It should really be.
It's not bad actually. I mean,
it's quite hoppy, isn't it, from the smell?
This feels like it's got more to it.
yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. I think it's definitely a step up from these ones, but not as good as that.
Yeah, it's still quite mellow.
Still got that strong citrusy sort of.
It's got a lot of flavour. Yeah.
I think it's definitely more flavours some than the Wingman. It's got almost the smell of the Lucky Saint, but the hazy IPA. But it's probably make a bit of space and sort of push that down. Sort of. I think that's fair. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
I think so.
I'm still saying, overall, I would prefer a beer.
Is it because it's refreshing, or is it because of the?
It's got the alcohol, and it becomes more refreshing because of the alcohol as much as anything else.
I did see there's one beer I was trying to get hold of, but I couldn't find, and it was a substitute. They said, look, what people want is a buzz, and so they made a substitute alcohol-free using various herbs and other things that people will still have a little bit of a stimulant sort of kick from.
Right.
And that was one I was trying to find, I couldn't find.
Oh, like ginseng and stuff like that in it, I suppose.
I don't know. I saw an advert. I didn't. It was just there in my sort of peripheral.
Yeah.
And I thought, I've got to get that. When I tried to find it, I couldn't see it anywhere. But I'm not. It's even as I'm going towards the end of that, you can really just feel how light it is. I think it's. So on a hot day, Steve, it's coming in. You're getting. If you have a choice of a pint, and is that what you would choose, or would you?
To be honest, it's in bad. Again, I'm not really this sort of drinker. Really, it's not normally my thing. But I don't really mind that. I feel I could have a pint or two of that.
Yeah, if someone offered you that, you wouldn't turn your nose up at it.
No.
So if you're in so it seems like we're in the situation when we're riding, it's an option. But now, if you're at home, would you take the alcohol version, or would you just choose one of these? And there's no sort of driving involved.
I'm actually happier, to be honest, having I quite enjoy it, like the Peroni Zero. And I've had other ciders as well, not Thatcher's, one of the other brands.
Strongbow?
Yeah, I think it was Strong. Yeah, one of their 0% ones, and I actually did definitely prefer it over.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I preferred it the alcohol-free ones. Probably just because of that bite. I don't really like that bite. I used to like drinking. I'm not such a drinker now, so I do prefer lighter stuff. That being said, I'm more of a spirit drinker now. I enjoy drinking spirits, but not really.
So I think it's also your personal habits, because they've changed as well.
Yeah.
And so I think, do you think it's just aimed at, who do you think these sort of drinks are actually aimed at?
I'm going to be critical. If you look at the Brewdog, they're trying to be independent, they're trying to be a hipster, they're trying to be crafts, microbrewery.
They're on borderline creating their own brand, trying to, but not really able to. And they're giving it a good go, to be fair. I mean, the packaging does kind of shout
think it's a younger person, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we're going. You shouldn't use the phrase alcopops because they're not, but you're going down that line.
Yeah.
so it's from what I can see, is like you got some beers like I think especially the Pauline, that looks exactly the same as it would traditional one, Leffy as well.
Yeah.
So I think, and the Peroni, and then the Guinness. I think you got some, and the Acai as well. I think you got some that are trying to imitate the alcohol versions of it.
Yes.
And that's probably aiming towards people in their 40s, 50s plus.
Yes. Where I am, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also a different demographic.
Yeah.
This is for a person who I think knows their drink and they know what they like.
It's called Punk AF. So this is, again, it's a 0.5% beer. It's not the 0.0 like Asahi. I think this one was totally, yeah, 0 alcohol. So you got some beers saying it's alcohol free and it's 0%. Some are alcohol free, it's 0.5%. So I think even for a driver, they need to keep that in mind. If they do get stopped,
Yes.
0.5% is still
Yeah.
something in your system.
Well, and also I don't know how it stands legally, but if you can't drink and drive along at the same time, can you? Because you're still drinking something with alcohol
Yeah.
in it, are you? I guess.
Yeah. So if you do a breath test, you're still going to get pulled over, aren't you?
Well.
So I think it's not straightforward, is it? There's a fair bit to it, and I think that's hiding a lot of the complexity, and I think it might put some people into a false sense of security, thinking, well, I'll be drinking on this all day, and I'm fine to drive back home. And so I think that's something that people need to be quite clear before they pick it up. It might say alcohol free, but look, it's 0.5%, 0.5%.
Yeah.
And if you spend the entire day sitting out with your mates drinking under designated driver,
Yes.
you can still potentially be pulled.
Oh, easy.
If you've got to drink 6 times as much of that.
No, I mean, if someone's sitting out all day.
Yeah, but you see, you've got to remember that the stuff you started drinking will be leaving the system as the stuff you're then drinking comes in. So you'll be losing the early drinks before you get to the later.
But the young people on a hot day, like today, if they were out in the pub, when I was younger, I just kept going.
Yeah.
I could do 10 cans of that easy.
So it's the Punk AF, and this one, not really much of a head.
No.
It's got quite a citrusy sort of smell to it, isn't it? It is quite hoppy, isn't it? It's quite, it's got that grapefruit, and it's in this sort of
thing. They're more citrusy. It's more like a grapefruit. That's got grapefruit. Yeah, as you said.
It's quite strong. And I don't know what it is about that kind of flavour. Is it easy to manufacture? Is it easier to do?
It's quite a powerful, because it gets the smell as well as the taste.
Yeah. I find it slightly more confusing now which one's which, because they all kind of taste the same to me, the brew dogs.
Yeah.
There's not much difference, is there?
No.
I'm agreeing with you there.
I think that's a triumph of marketing over.
But I think, to be honest, is that the Wingman and this one is sitting all together, while the Hazy AF is slightly better. But these are sort of all in the same group. The Session, this Punk one, there's not really much in it.
No.
It's all the same similar thing.
I feel like we're almost, you don't mind me saying it on your video, but I think we're almost being conned, really, with the breed dog. Because they're all so close. We're not really
getting anything.
No.
I'm not getting enough of a difference in flavour.
Yeah.
You know, they're all like.
It's very similar.
Yeah.
A sucker to the marketing.
But I think the Hazy F was slightly, I think, due to the body of it, was slightly more to it, and I think that was slightly better. And I think all of these other ones are sort of in the same thing. It's quite annoyed now. But anyway, come to our last one.
I feel the same way actually, Quinn. I feel like I'm being done over.
Yeah.
You know, and with it being such a strong brand.
But also it's the cost of it. These were more expensive than a normal beer.
Yeah.
I could go and get a normal beer and it'd be cheaper than what we're paying for these now.
Yeah.
And so it's, again, you're paying for this alcohol free, and it's not like you're gaining economic saving on it.
And you're not paying the duty.
Yeah, but why are we paying them more money? Well, come to our last one. That's the Brewdog again. It says it's an alcohol-free
Pardon me.
and that's 0.5%. It's called a Lost Lager.
Oh. But they're all lager. They're not really an IPA. We don't have
You need to have a quick
No.
stretch.
No, I'm alright. I'm alright.
I think we'll go and sit inside now. Go. Might have to go to the toilet first.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say that, and I thought, no, that's really rude. Don't say it.
Well, I think
Lower the tone of your video, but you've just lowered it yourself. I'll do.
Oops, sorry. I think this has got a lot more gas in it as well, isn't it? It's a lot more bubbly.
It's a bit frothy again. A bit more Cresta. Hey, frothy man.
I don't know. I think we're starting to get this. It all seems kind of samey to me, frothy wise.
It's not. The head's not staying. It's just going, isn't it?
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy ABR 2025.
A bit more
Yeah, but it's still basically
cidery this one. A bit more sweeter.
It's still basically the same flavour.
You see, now I'm like really annoyed. I was expecting to be like wowed and surprised,
Yeah.
and I don't think alcohol-free beer has come along as far as people imagine. I don't think it's a real alternative, to be honest. You can have it, but I think I'd rather have a fruit juice.
I'll be honest with you. I think
I'd rather have a Coke, or
I
I'd
don't-
rather have a cordial or an orange juice.
Well, they're not pretending to be anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not a bit. None of these are beers. They're brew dogs. I was hoping to find something a bit craft beery, a little bit more substance to it, not something with additives and flavourings that remind me of something that isn't a beer.
But don't forget, for me, we've done the left beer, for example.
Yeah.
If I put the left beer and the Peroni, they're all different things, apart from
Yeah.
the Brewdog, which is all the same. But if we had like chucked into the mix, for example, Thatcher's Haze Zero, that's lovely stuff. I love that stuff.
And that could well have been up here, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas this is all kind of IPAs, which is all kind of gonna.
Well, I wouldn't call these IPAs really.
No.
I mean, they're
I
very
think
light.
It's sweeter, but I'd probably say it's beer barely. It's even though like alcohol-free, it's something like a jumped up fruit juice
Yeah.
at best.
They're soft drinks.
Yeah, soft drinks. It's
I would buy. The only one I would buy again is the Peroni, which I like anyway, and maybe the left beer. But the Brewdogs, no, forget it. They're gone.
I think
I could go for those two.
you're saying, what do you think of that?
I quite like that.
I don't drink a lot of Weiss beer because I find too much for me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But
I can only do a pint.
Yeah.
Myself, yeah.
well,
So-
I probably couldn't do a pint actually. I probably wouldn't do a pint. But there again, I don't drink beer very often by the pint, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not that I don't like it. That's just a personal thing.
Quite like that Asian beer as well. Actually, that wasn't too bad.
Yes, I think I'm probably agreeing with you. I think I think the ones that are drinkable, I would say the Guinness, the Peroni, and that I would say are the three.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that.
Three drinkable
Yeah?
beers.
Well, apart from the Guinness, obviously.
But you don't like it.
You
But
don't,
yeah.
you don't like Guinness in the first place.
No.
I think these three are drinkable, and I think these are saying in a nice way, it's been a chore to drink them. It's not been a particularly pleasant or enjoyable
No, it
experience.
hasn't. It's been disappointing.
Yeah, it's just been, and also it's like considering the cost of it, considering the expectation of it, especially I think with the Paul Liner, it has something, and because of the history of it and what you've had in the past, you expect to have something similar. So it's like going for a Coke, and when you drink it, it tastes like something from a cheap supermarket.
Yeah.
You have an expectation from a brand
Yes.
to produce a certain flavour, and it's not produced it. But I think the Brewdogs and also the Lucky Saint, I don't think I'll touch again. The Days, I think I'd wash my eyes, like see another can. Left, I think these are too sweet, but I think these, I wouldn't say they're winners, but I say they're
In the right direction.
going in the right direction. But I think there's a lot of improvement that really needs to come before people start thinking alcohol-free beer is a genuine replacement for having a beer. Right, so the winner for all of us is actually a Peroni. I think it's the closest to what a Peroni should be and what we expect a Peroni to be. It's quite light, refreshing. It's the closest to beer I think that we've actually had.
Yeah.
But it's not perfect though. What percentage would you say it is to a beer?
I say 75%.
Could I push you to 76?
76.
Alright. So now that Graham's been persuaded to 76%.
Well, Steve has as well.
Yeah.
No, I was up in somewhere in the 80s.
Really?
I can't go between 82 and 83. You know, I find it quite difficult. But
I think
definitely
it doesn't have
80s.
that bite at the end, and the thing is, what I like about a lager is that after bite, and because he doesn't have it, that's one of the big things for me, and that's why I probably agree that 70% there. And
I wonder how it would feel after having a few of those.
I think that's a very interesting video. I can get a case and just sit there for the whole day.
I think that would be interesting because you could see how you feel after, say, 2 or 3. And that might be a big difference. Now, I have had alcohol-free beers before and come out with the most horrendous headaches within half an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
But that's going back a long time. Just put me right off them.
Yeah.
But I think even this experience has really put me off them. It's that was genuinely. I took a sip and I threw it and I spilt the can for safety reasons. It was really bad. But I think there's a general disappointment that it's really got me today. And I think my expectations were it'd be like maybe like 50 to about 70% of a beer.
Yeah.
Looking at the change in the last 10 years, and I think this is the fact that comes the closest, and we're giving about 70 to 80% there without the alcohol bit. Is that I think having that it doesn't refresh you as much as a normal beer would, and I think that's the thing that I'm missing. I think that it's not so much the alcohol; it's a refreshing element. If I could have something that refreshed me, and then I'd probably be quite happy with it.
Yeah.
But nothing beats a beer on a hot day.
Yeah, I mean that's what I like about the Thatcher's Haze, the zero alcohol, is that it is very refreshing. It does give you that sort of feeling at the end of it. So maybe we should try that sometime with a cider.
I think we could do a cider video at some point and do a cider video comparison.
Yeah.
If we've managed to find one in one of the bars, we could maybe get a pint and then share it and see.
Yeah. No, I don't think they sell it here. To be honest, I've already had a look.
So what's our view at the moment in the state of alcohol-free beer at the moment?
Generally, for me, nah, not for me.
What do you mean?
Generally.
Yeah, I'm happy with the Peroni.
I'd
I'd
have the Peroni and I would have the Guinness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
I would happily have that.
But then, generally, I don't drink much. I tend to drink at home, and then I only have one.
I've always wanted to try the Brew Dogs.
Yes.
Purely because of the brand thing. I'm a bit of a sucker for that. Obviously, I fell into that, and now I'm not really interested in Brew Dog at all. I've just got no inclination of wanting to go back.
There's no authenticity
to any of it, really.
I wouldn't. Would you feel like you wouldn't even necessarily want to go for one of their alcohol beers?
No, I wouldn't. I've got no
wouldn't.
interest in it now. It's just a bit flat. I can see what they were trying to do flavour-wise, but it certainly doesn't work with the zero alcohol.
Then I think it's interesting because if the flavour part of the alcohols, they might be able to replicate it, but it's that kick that you have, that cooling, refreshing. That's what they can't replicate.
No, you can't replicate it, but I do feel that some reason this has given me some sort of
similarity.
Yes, yeah, artificially.
I don't think these are trying to be beers.
I don't know what they're trying to be. I think they're trying to do their own thing, but it's not really working for us.
I've heard it said. The interesting thing is these craft beers are beers that aren't good enough to be proper beers.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's the case, but that's sort of how it feels to me. It feels a bit like Emperor's New Clothes. And you see that in a lot of marketing, you know. People market these things, you know, same with motorcycles. You know,
So
you need traction control on your 300cc scooter. No, you don't need traction control, what are you on about? And your LCD screen is better because it's got digits as opposed to needles. No, it didn't, because it requires more brain work. Actually, it's worse.
Can I flip this around?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Can I have the camera?
Oh, you want to flip it around? I thought you were going to
Can I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Right. What was you expecting from this, and what surprised you, and what disappointed you?
It was, first of all, when I was buying it, I think it was the price. I was expecting alcohol-free beer to be cheaper, and it wasn't the case. So buying it was one thing. I think the second thing was that things weren't clear. I think I assumed if I bought something that said an IPA, it would taste like an IPA, and that's not the case. if I bought something like a Weiss beer, it'd be very, very similar to the taste. And I think it's that similarity in taste that isn't there for almost everything. I think with the exception of going back to the Guinness and the Peroni. And everything else, I was expecting literally a drink that tasted like beer, smelled like beer, looked like beer, but was without the alcohol. And I think the important thing for me takeaway is that beer is beer, and there's nothing that can really replace it. And if you're going to have one, I'd rather go and have 1 pint or have half a pint and leave it at that, and have something. I think it's, for me now, is the quality of the quantity. I'd rather go in, have half a pint, and then have something else after. No, but thank you for being my guinea pigs. Thank you for taking the time. I don't think.
Can we go and get a proper beer now? Because
I think we owe him one now. Don't you?
yeah, we'll go and buy you one.
Yeah.
I think after that I'm going to need it to wash the taste of IPA.
Yeah, I've got an aftertaste in my mouth. It's
that's one thing I think. It's like after having these, there's an aftertaste, and it isn't a pleasant. It's almost chemically, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a chemical aftertaste in my mouth, and I need a beer to wash it out.
Yeah, it's a taste of disappointment, isn't it, in your mouth? You just want to try and make it better again.